Going to be a reading for the sign of Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Keep in mind that it will not resonate with everyone, so please take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Don't force it so that you don't become confused. If you are interested in a personal reading, you can send me a text to 971-354-9504, or you can send me an email. I have a 10 for 20, a 20-minute for 30, and a 30-minute for 40. You could also book through my Etsy shop. Alright, Capricorn, I'm just jumping in because I already messed up my intro. I just fucked all that up. I don't know why I've been forgetting it lately. Maybe that's been happening to me too. Anyway, what's up, Cappy? Let's see. Messages for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Capricorn, there's a lot of people that want to talk to you right now. But there's a lot of people that are thinking about you. They've been thinking about reaching out. They've been focusing on the loss. This doesn't just have to be lovers. This could be friends or like family members you haven't talked to in a while, or friends that you haven't talked to in a while. It feels like people are like trying to pull out or trying to grab onto you. They can feel you pulling away this time, but for real, like they can feel you moving away from them. You're moving into a new energy yourself. For some of you, I'm getting your Cancer rising. So you have Gemini in the 12th house, and Mars retrograding in Gemini is really affecting you. I also feel there's something going on about like with Capricorn. And I mean, what's happening in Capricorn? So there was a lot happening in Capricorn back in 2019, right? I feel like in 2019 there was a lot of energy in Capricorn. I feel like it's recently moved a little bit further down. And there could be that some of you might be closing out chapters that you started off in 2019. Something like you might be manifesting or closing something out. You're no longer focusing on the loss of it. That's the beautiful part of it. Like you're closing it out altogether. For some of you, I'm picking up on a twin flame connection. Maybe you had a twin flame connection and that magic, or you're ending that relationship. That cycle is closing. Could be that you're moving into a new one and you're really sad about it. Some of you are having to let go of someone energetically that you felt you were going to be able to start a life with. I'm picking up on strong twin flame energy. But this could also be like a business that you started back in 2019 and now you're wondering if you should keep it up. This could also be a car, like a car might be breaking down if you got it around that time. I don't know why, but 2019 is strong right now for me. 2018, 19, and 20. The King of Wands could be connecting with a Virgo, a Leo, an Aries, or a Sagittarius. This is what I was feeling. 3 of Swords with the Emperor. I was like, where's the sadness? Because that's, well, 5 of Cups is sadness. It's feeling betrayed. It's someone, maybe someone betrayed you back then and you're finally able to release it now. Some of you might be closing out with a cycle. Like, I'll give you an example. If you were with someone a long time ago that couldn't get over something and you weren't able to complete out the cycle with them, like let's say they were addicted to drugs, they were unfaithful, they were very dishonest, or maybe that was you and a relationship didn't work out in 2019 and you're dating someone now that is very similar to them or struggles with similar like things. You could be closing out the cycle with this new person versus closing out the cycle with your past person. So it feels like altogether you're closing out the toxic cycle of toxic patterns so that you're able to move forward in the next relationship in a healthier way. There's a part of you that felt like this new relationship that you were in was the one, but it feels like the purpose for this relationship that came in is just so that you can release yourself from your past relationship that you couldn't break the cycle to for whatever reason. Sometimes people leave and that's for their free will, but it doesn't mean that we can get out of the loop, right? As soon as someone else comes in and helps us close out the cycle, then we're able to. That's how we are able to give to each other. Forgiveness is that I'm going to give you I'm going to give you the way out. I'm going to give you what's keeping you stuck. I'm going to show you what's inside of you that's not letting you grow. That's how we're doing it. And the way that we do it, unfortunately, is by hurting each other. I don't know why we figured that would be the only fucking good way for us to do it, but that's how we fucking do it. We're so stubborn as humans. It's incredible. But it doesn't surprise me. Lions do the same thing. Goats do the same thing, right? Like, Capricorn is the goat. Goats are constantly hitting, like, bumping heads. It doesn't matter how hard it hurts. Like, yeah. No, sorry. Yeah, well, they do that too. Goats and rams. Some of you might have a lot of Aries in your chart too. Or an Aries placement in your chart. Temperance. Yeah, this is all the universe bringing this together. I know that it feels a little bit out of balance, especially when it comes to love. For others of you, you started like a business, or you started going towards something and it didn't work out, but you might be picking it back up. So maybe it didn't work out back in 2019, but now you're going to be able to do it, and you had to wait. Something had to create the change, or create the change so that you're able to even do it. There was something that was blocking you and holding you back. I'm also picking up, Capricorn, you need to be careful. Stop waiting for the next thing. The reason why, like, as kids, you look forward to certain things, but it's easier to stay in the moment. And that's why we are very happy when we're kids. When we start to get older, we keep waiting for shit to finish. We keep waiting for the day to end. We keep waiting for the afternoon to end, for school, or for our kids to end, for, like, we need to do certain things, and we keep waiting for them to end. And when you're waiting for the world to end and to finish a bunch of shit, then the same thing happens with your world, and everything starts to move a lot faster. For whoever I'm reading for, your days have been going very quickly. Remember, time is an illusion. It's not real. And because you haven't been changing and bringing enough excitement into your life has been like a swerve. Like, it's been like just like a flash. It literally feels like you just blinked your eyes. Maybe that's why there's a lot coming up from 2019, because from 2019 to now, yes, you've done some things, but you've been waiting for so many things to finish that the time is just flying by. It's time to slow it down and appreciate the moment. In the moment, if you can't give yourself 20 seconds to slow yourself down and just count to yourself for 20 seconds, if you don't allow yourself to do that, then yes, no wonder you're very exhausted and you're tired. You don't even give yourself 20 seconds. If you can't give yourself that, then you're rushing through life, and that's very unfair. And your heart is feeling really there's a part of you that feels resentful towards yourself for that. Like, let's have fun, let's enjoy ourselves. It's not all about work. Maybe for some of you, you got into a job in 2019, you started your own business, and it's been all about work since then, and you haven't been able to give yourself into others, but now you're distracting yourself with other things. It feels like even though you're still putting effort into what you started back then, you're already getting distracted by it, because you're not giving. When we start to procrastinate and when we start to do things that is not like us, the only reason that we start to do that is because we're not giving enough to ourselves. If we're not giving enough to ourselves, we're not going to want to give anything to anything. And remember, your soul first. You are the soul first. And so if you don't give first to your soul, there's nothing else to give. There's nothing else, not at all. And the universe you will not be able to give to anything. You won't be able to give any energy into your business. You won't be able to put any energy into your friends, into your family, into anything, if you're not putting it into yourself first. It's like a phone. You can't if I came up to you and asked you to borrow your phone, yes, you would let me borrow it, but you couldn't do shit if the battery was dead. You got to charge it, right? Yes, that's exactly what we got to do for other people. Like, if we're going to give to other people. Unless we charge ourselves, we ain't got shit to give. Unless we charge you have to charge your soul, and that's what we do every single night. It kind of like escapes, I feel like I've also been picking up. So around this eclipse time, it's perfectly normal for you to sleep as much as you have been, because I'm picking up on someone that has been sleeping a lot, and there's been a lot of resetting of your of your energy, which is perfectly fine. There's a part of you that's wondering if you're going into a depression. You're not, but I'm going to suggest that next time you get really sleepy and you feel like I have to take a nap, I have to lay down, or I have to do this, instead of doing it right away, I'm not telling you not to. Instead of doing it right away, take yourself on a walk. Take yourself on a walk and see if that was really what was draining your energy. And by taking yourself on a walk, you fill yourself up. If you do that in the morning, oh my God, trust me, it feels amazing. Like my grandma, my grandma used to wake up every single morning and go and walk to the store. And the store was really far, so nobody ever wanted to go with her. But that was her thing. Like walking really far to the store in the mornings, that was her thing. And my grandma would go all day, and she looked so young. Like my grandma always looked so young. My mom was the last one out of 9 kids, and my grandma had her in her 50s. So by the time that I enjoyed my grandma was already like in her 70s and a little bit moving into her 80s. And so I was so surprised every time people would tell me, because she always looked so young, and so many of the things that she did was like the things that she would blame it on would be that, like walking and because she was a Leo. She was a Leo, so she would give a lot to herself. Like my grandma was always like, no, you take care of this, you wash your face, you do this first, you do all of this first before you go out into the world. And I feel like in so many ways, that's how Capricorns, sometimes you forget to do that part because you're so busy focusing on the world. Capricorns are not. Leos are different. Leos and Capricorns are very different. Like you guys are more like, it doesn't matter what I look like. There's an emergency out there that needs to be fixed, and I need to go out there and fix it. People don't give a fuck what I look like, and people need my knowledge. People need my this. People need my that. But you need you. Fuck what other people think. I get it, yes, but you'll be able to help them more. Like if I went and broke your arm and you were a paramedic, you wouldn't be much help. Like yes, you would probably be able to help, but you wouldn't be at your 100%. It feels like the universe is putting a lot together. 6 of Cups, and they're breaking those like those patterns that have been trying to build up inside of you, because for the last 3 years you've been struggling a lot with pattern, and it feels like that's what you're breaking right now. You're breaking through like your original or that fake pattern that you started for yourself. Tell me more. I'm proud of you, Capricorn, because this isn't easy. I could tell this isn't easy. Some of you might be going through this with a partner, and that's not easy either. Like, but you're breaking it off. If you need to break it off, if you need to break a cycle off with someone, you're definitely doing it. And you should be proud of yourself too. You didn't get a lot of cards for some reason. Like barely any cards came out. Tell me about the 5 of Cups with the Magician. Tell me about the 5 of Cups with the Magician. You're done manifesting it. The Magician is that, right? We all know that. It's all manifestation. It's the power of your own manifestation. 4 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles. Yep, you see? This is your hard work and effort. Hell yeah. You're no longer locking yourself into bullshit. No, you're not. No, you're not. Look at that. The Hermit. You're learning. You're going within and you're learning. That's what you've been doing this last couple of weeks. The reason why maybe some of you are even feeling sick, or you started feeling sick, like you started feeling a cold, or you started feeling something going on in your throat or your chest or something like that. It feels like all kinds of energy right there. But you're learning so many of your lessons through that. Some of you are actually learning this in your dreams. You're doing a lot of dream healing. See, 10 of Swords, King of Cups. This is the person you're cutting off the cycle with, and you're cutting off the repeating cycle with, because you were repeating a cycle with someone over and over and over again. And maybe it started with someone a while ago and you started repeating it after them, but you couldn't get out of the loop, and now you're getting out of the loop. For some of you, this could also be an addiction. All right, my loves, I gotta go. I love you guys so much. Praise to the Most High for allowing me to be your messenger. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.